Hello, my name is Mike Moe, and I'm the Director of Tourism Development and Strategic Partnership for the Washington Tourism Alliance. Welcome to the State of Washington's destination module for Leavenworth. Our presentation today will be given by Jessica Stoller. Welcome, Jessica. Tell us about your beautiful city and region.
Thank you for having me today, Mike. The town of Leavenworth is located on the eastern slopes of the Cascade Mountain Range in Chelan County. We are around 2.5 hours east of Seattle, 3.5 hours or so west of Spokane, and around 5 hours north and east of Portland. Our terrain consists of a flat valley floor surrounded by mountain peaks and valleys with an elevation of 1,166 feet, while the nearby soaring mountains of the Cascades rise between 5,000 and 8,000 feet. We see over 200 days of sunshine a year and an average snowfall of 96 inches per year, with most of our precipitation falling in the form of snow. Leavenworth is a beautifully designed, old-world Alpine Bavarian-style village. If you envision a small town somewhere in Germany, nestled in a narrow valley and surrounded by snow-covered mountains, Leavenworth could be that very place. Created as Washington's Bavarian Village in the early 1960s, our storybook village, inspired by our surrounding landscapes and 4 distinct and beautiful seasons, have earned Leavenworth the distinction as a favorite destination in the state of Washington. Some of our many accolades include nods from the New York Post, the Today Show, Good Morning America, the Travel Channel, Travel and Leisure, and Forbes, just to name a handful. I personally like a recent description that read, Leavenworth was a charming hamlet-like village set against soaring snow-capped mountains with the river running by and miles of fruit orchards in bloom. Sounds like the perfect place to visit to me. One question we get most often from our visitors is, how did Leavenworth come to be a Bavarian village? In many ways, the history of Leavenworth is the history of a typical Western frontier town. From a Native American salmon fishing ground and trading spot, to a railroad boom town, to a fading rural small town, Leavenworth is a picture of small town America west of the Mississippi. The towering mountain peaks and bountiful land was known amongst Native Americans as some of the most plentiful land anyone had ever laid eyes on. The Yakima, Chinook, and Wenatchee tribes all hunted the same land for deer and elk and also fished Icicle Creek for salmon. Settlers hungry for gold, timber, and furs soon settled the area, and by 1890 the town was known as Icicle Flats. The area exploded with the arrival of the rail line near the turn of the century, and platted by Captain Charles F. Leavenworth, the town became a powerful timber center. The Lamb Davis sawmill was one of the largest in the country. Proximity to the Great Northern Railway brought many jobs to Leavenworth. At the time Leavenworth was first mapped in 1904, it had a population of around 700. At that point, Leavenworth was a whole lot less Bavaria and a whole lot more Deadwood. The logging and sawmill business was great until it wasn't. When the railroad rerouted its rails and moved out of town, it almost turned Leavenworth into a ghost town. The area struggled along for more than 30 years, always on the brink of extinction. In the early 1960s, town leaders had a bright idea: change Leavenworth's appearance to draw visitors. The gorgeous Alpine hills had no equal except in German Bavaria, and the city planned on completing the experience. This transformation was no mere facelift. In addition to completely renovating the downtown area, community leaders created a series of festivals inviting visitors to come and experience this new Bavarian village, and they did. The vision of this brave group of business owners paid off, and for decades, Leavenworth has been a top tourist destination in the Pacific Northwest. More than 1 million tourists walk our streets every year, finding Bavarian authenticity and Northwest hospitality. There is always a chance for a Bavarian sighting when you come to Leavenworth. At our traditional festivals like Mayfest during the month of May, the Accordion Festival in June, and Oktoberfest in October. Our Alphorn performances in and around town, and German bands playing lively music in the gazebo, the beer and brat gardens, and authentic German restaurants. Our signature summer performance of The Sound of Music, live outdoors and under the stars. Our very iconic 96-foot maypole located right in the heart of town. The German murals throughout town. And the Leavenworth Nutcracker Museum, home of the largest collection of nutcrackers in the U.S. We enjoy 4 very distinct seasons in Leavenworth, and with that, unlimited things to do. The sweet smells of lush fruit trees in full bloom set against the towering snow-covered peaks of the Cascades signals that we've officially moved from winter to spring in Leavenworth. Leavenworth is a top producer of both organic and domestic pears, and when you come into town, you will enjoy that burst of spring in the air. The rivers, both sedate and high octane in places this time of year, entice those adventurous recreationists to try something new or different like kayaking or river rafting. Sunny days spent navigating the Class 3 and 4 rapids for some foam-eating fun will surely be a memory for the books. With outfitters and guides ready to help visitors of every skill level, this is a bucket-worthy adventure. Many people head out to the trails to get glimpses of the colorful wildflowers this time of year, and bird enthusiasts will find an amazing diversity of bird life during the season. With the forests and meadows overflowing in wildflowers and wildlife, you have a truly unique combination not found in many other locations worldwide. It is no mystery that people travel here to get away from it all, to escape the clatter and din of city life, and to devote time to relaxing, taking in the scenery, and experiencing the multitude of activities found in spring. Spring also means Mayfest. This traditional German festival has been enjoyed in town by families and friends since 1971. Maypole dancing, polka music, Trockton-wearing townsfolk, flowers, and alphorns are just some of the reasons why everyone loves Mayfest. A visit in summer may include an excursion into the 800 miles of accessible trails in our backyard for hiking or mountain biking. There are many levels of hikes from easy to difficult and all close to town, and bike trails that can be easily accessed with a short ride from town. It is only fitting that the day end with time to chill by the river, nearby lake, or local pool. This will be just what you need after an energetic day in the mountains. If you are looking for more of a slow adventure, we have over 100 shops, 40 restaurants, 25 wine, cider, beer, and tasting rooms in the downtown. Everything is within easy walking, and if you want to jump on a horse-drawn carriage ride, we also have that. Spend time in the village center with so many outside dining options for summer and live entertainment in the park, you'll feel like you've stepped into a little European hamlet. Leavenworth's hot summer days and cooler nights makes for the best growing conditions, and many small organic farms have popped up over the years. So don't forget to take some of that goodness we grow home with you. The arts in Leavenworth are a huge part of our local culture. Stop by the Art in the Park venue in the heart of downtown. This outdoor venue of artists working and displaying their creations has been a fixture in the town of Leavenworth since the early 1960s. Strolling through the tents, you will find a treasure to take home with you. If you are looking for a performance, our Leavenworth Summer Theater Company typically offers 3 different productions each summer, including The Sound of Music. All of them are outdoors and are truly fantastic. Visitors fall for autumn in Leavenworth. The crisp air and bluer than blue skies signal a season of harvest and celebration that welcome travelers and locals who embrace this special time of year. Some of the valley's finest outdoor recreation and scenery is in full force too. Vine maples turn colors like flames, burning up ridges and across the valley floor. Cottonwoods and aspens turn golden alongside the rivers. The drive from Seattle along Highway 2 is absolutely spectacular. Wine Crush Time offers tasty samples at many of our wineries and tasting rooms, and abundant farmers markets are overflowing with all the goodness that grows in and around Leavenworth. Fall festivals like the Autumn Leaf Festival and Oktoberfest become tradition for so many of our returning visitors. Everything looks and smells so good this time of year. Breathe it in and taste fall. Winter may be the most magical time to visit as we transform the town with over 500,000 lights from Thanksgiving through February. Our Village of Lights are on 7 days a week, and the calendar of events offers so many options to make your Christmas season all the more magical any day of the week. Leavenworth in the winter captures Christmas for all ages with magical snow falling, sleigh rides, skiing, strolling carolers, roasting chestnuts, Christmas characters, hot spice wine, holiday concerts, and most importantly, Santa. The spirit of the holidays rings out throughout the hills of our charming Christmas village. In the early months of the new year, many make the trek over not just to see our famous lights, but for the abundant snow that Mother Nature seems to always deliver that time of year. Those looking for a quiet or romantic escape will find midweek the perfect sweet time to visit. Our website is a great resource for trip planning to Leavenworth with so many lodging options and helpful suggestions for those to do during your stay, whether it be midweek or for those looking for lighter crowds or on the weekends. Thank you for learning more about Leavenworth today. Our visitor center will always be here to help and we do hope that you'll be visiting us soon.
Thank you all for joining us today. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me or Jessica, and be sure to check out all our other destination modules on the Washington State Travel Trade channel. Thanks for watching.